Hello friends, Al on the International Cruiser here, and recently we heard from the company Legend 7 Seas about their itinerary and prices for their world cruise in 2028. Several sites have reported on the price of their unique suite for this cruise. Now, since it's not every day you see a price tag of 1.7 million US dollars for a cruise for two. So, a few details about the cruise itself before we dive into the price. First of all, the length of the cruise itself, as reported, is 133 nights. The itinerary includes visits to 74 different garden ports, but in practice, you won't be circling the globe, which is why the cruise is called Legends of the Pacific, since that's the region you'll be traveling in. The ship used for this journey is the Seven Seas Splendor, which is undeniably a true luxury vessel. This is an ultra-luxury cruise. The ship is designed to accommodate a total of 746 passengers across 373 suites spread over 10 decks. The crew consists of 548 people, which means a ratio of 136 passengers per crew member. For those familiar with the numbers, these usually range from 2.7 to more than 3 passengers per crew member on regular cruise lines. And it's clear that the lower the number, the higher the cost and the higher the quality as well. But the price, so practically, from visiting the Regent 7 Seas website, you can see that there is an extended option of 140 nights. The basic cruise for the unique Regent suite, the only one on the ship, costs just $1,675,800 for a couple. The extended cruise costs $1,764,000 for a couple. In other words, the 7 additional nights alone will raise the price by $88,200, or $12,600 per night, which is exactly the nightly cost for each of the 133 nights on the original cruise. I don't know about you, but it's obviously absurd to me as well to pay more than $12,000 per night. However, and pay attention to this, the company has similar cruises in 2026 and 2027 of similar or even longer durations. The 2026 cruise is 154 nights long. The 2027 cruise is 127 nights, with an option to extend to 141 nights. And the nightly price for each room category is similar. But do you know what you won't find available on the 2026 and 2027 cruises? You guessed it, sure. The option to purchase the Regent suite, since it has already been sold. In other words, someone has actually paid a similar amount for this experience, so it's not out of the realm of absurdity. So, what do you think? If you had the money really on the level of multimillionaires, would you still pay such an amount per night? Would you even take such a long course? If yes, give this video a like. If not, I'd love to hear your reasons in the comments below. For me, at least, the answer would probably be no. It's true that it's a dream, and you definitely get much more than just a room on a cruise. We'll get to that in a moment. Still, in my opinion, that's a crazy amount to spend for a day on a cruise, or really for any day on any vacation, no matter how luxurious it is. That is, you could go on the same cruise with all those amenities in a more modest suite, which, as you can see, is much more luxurious than a regular cruise room. But instead of paying over $12,000 per night for a couple, you could pay around $1,350 for this suite. And while that's still not a small amount per night, this isn't your average cruise. Once you've booked a cruise with Regent 7 Seas, no matter what your room category is, and unlike regular cruise lines, you'll get a truly all-inclusive experience and much, much more. For example, just like on any cruise ship, there are specialty restaurants, but here they come at no extra cost and with no limitations. You simply show up and sign up. In addition, the cruise also includes an unlimited beverage package featuring complimentary alcohol, cocktails, juices, and coffee drinks. And anyone who has been on a cruise knows that the price of such a package can easily be a service. The minibar in your room is also included, and you can request to customize it and receive new products every day. Also, without any limit. Using the ship's sofa facility, also without additional amenities on my last cruise, a daily fee for the sofa per person cost something like 270 key. So, even at a reasonable price, this benefit is really worthwhile, as the cost of a spa pass is not low at all. In addition, if we go back to the topic of packages, the cruise price also includes the internet package with no limit for all passengers. You are also spared the hassle of tips for the crew, as gratuities are generously included, as well as service charges, rooms without any additional charge, and even laundry, ironing, and dry cleaning services are also included at no extra cost. In other words, all those things that other cruise companies would charge you extra for. But in addition to all that, and this is probably the best benefit with the greatest monetary value, the price of your cruise also includes unlimited participation in shore excursions, organized by the ship at no extra cost. So, in every port you visit, you'll make the most of your time with the best guides on the most worthwhile routes, all without any additional charge. And when you go on a week-long vacation and visit 5 or 6 ports of call, it is possible to plan and carry out your own independent sightseeing program or to book excursions through third-party providers. But it's not really realistic to do that for over 70 different ports of call, with quite a few overnights in some of them, over more than 4 months, across 18 different countries. In contrast, on a Regent 7 Seas cruise, you go purely to enjoy yourself with a comprehensive and all-encompassing experience that truly includes everything, and with no upselling on the ship. And this is true for all of their cruises, not just for this cruise or other long cruises, but also for the shorter cruises of a week or two. Therefore, if you're interested, I recommend that you contact your agent. And in light of that, $1,350 per night for a couple, even if it's relatively a lot, no longer sounds unreasonable. Again, personally, I wouldn't go for that price, and I'm probably not exactly the target audience, but I can already understand the people who choose to do it. It really is a different experience. This is a cruise in a level, style, packaging, and experience that you just don't get on a regular cruise, no matter how luxurious it may be. And what do you get for more than $12,000 a night if we go back to the original suite? So the suite is 293 square meters with an additional 120 square meter balcony at the front of the ship on the upper deck, of course, with a perfect view. The suite includes a living room, a bar, a dining area, a unique observation area, a large lounge for entertaining guests, including guest restrooms, a master bedroom with a private sitting area, walk-in closets, and a bathroom that features a private couples spa. Yes, you heard right. A private spa that includes a dry and wet sauna, a rain shower, heated relaxation beds, a private sun terrace with a jacuzzi, of course, and a second hosting balcony on the other side. So you'll always have a panoramic view of everything around you. And an additional adjoining suite, including a bathroom, a small soap, and a bedroom. Don't ask me about the price for a couple and whether there's an extra charge for all of this. In any case, since the video is already long enough, if you're interested in seeing the suite, I'm making a virtual tour video of it. You can find it by moving on to the next video. It might take me a little time until the tour is ready. So if you don't want to miss it, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll get notified as soon as it's up. Until then, you can continue watching some of the other videos, and I'll see you there soon.